When synthetic technology failed, this city adapted. Raw human biological material replaced silicon and steel to become the primary traded currency, processed in massive refineries that now define the skyline. Navigating this flesh trade economy requires a specific set of skills. Our protagonist is a veteran mercenary who has spent decades commodifying human bodies for profit. Now he is looking for one last contract to buy his way out of the system. The target for this final job is a highly dangerous, genetically engineered female entity hiding deep within the city's industrial underbelly. She is fast, agile, and built to survive in the ruins. Hunting an engineered target is difficult enough, but the bounty includes a strict requirement. The target cannot be delivered in pieces. She must be captured alive, physically intact, and completely conscious. The financial incentive is immense. The ruling lord of the sector is offering a fortune for her capture, specifically noting that he pays double if the target is still breathing upon arrival. In this extraction-based economy, a mercenary's only real ticket to freedom relies entirely on capturing rare, living biological anomalies and delivering them to the ultra-wealthy. The pursuit is chaotic, but the hunter avoids brute force. He tracks the engineered girl through the ruins, applying constant pressure to trap her through calculated systemic exhaustion. His commitment to the payout is absolute. When the chase goes wrong, he secures his own safety by severing his team's lines, watching them drop into the dark fog below to avoid sharing the bounty. With the target secured, he binds her tightly, packaging the living asset for immediate transport. He navigates her out of the slums and into the Lord's heavily fortified property. The hunter completes the delivery without a word, focused entirely on the transaction. In this exchange, the girl has been reduced to a high-yield asset in a crate, and he has functioned exactly as the system intended. The Lord's estate operates as a clinical bioharvesting hub. Here, traditional luxury is replaced by sterile laboratories, monolithic surgical tables, and industrialized fluid tanks. The Lord is kept alive by a constant influx of fresh biological material. His own aged organs are failing, and he requires regular infusions from engineered hosts to maintain his cellular stability. This schematic shows why the target must be alive. On the left, we see hemodynamic spoilage. Dead blood decays and becomes toxic almost instantly. On the right, a live pumping cardiovascular system maintains the nutrient-rich cellular structure needed for the life extension process. The Lord's machinery is designed to exploit the host's biology. An elevated heart rate directly correlates to higher extraction yields, meaning the host must be kept conscious and in a state of constant panic to keep the heart strong. To maximize the yield, the Lord orchestrates the extraction slowly. Every drop is monitored to ensure nothing is wasted during the agonizing hours of the procedure. The hunter watches the machinery begin its work. His own life has been defined by quick transactional violence on the streets, but this is different. This is the slow, mechanical consumption of a person for an old man's vanity. Standing in the clinical silence of the lab, the hunter looks at the girl on the table and then at the Lord. He has spent his career feeding this system, but seeing the mechanical reality of the harvest makes the payout feel like a death sentence. The hunter breaks the contract. He breaches the extraction chamber, tearing through the medical lines and halting the Lord's harvesting process. The facility's synthetic security forces respond instantly. As a baseline human, the hunter is quickly overwhelmed, unable to fight off the advanced guards protecting the Lord's investment. To survive, he makes a permanent choice. He injects himself with a vial of biomutagens, the very engineered traits he was once hired to hunt down. The transformation is violent and immediate. With his new, monstrous strength, he dismantles the security forces and destroys the facility, ending the Lord's harvest permanently. In the wreckage of the lab, the hunter unhooks the girl from the machinery. He watches her try to stand, realizing that despite the trauma of the extraction, she is still alive. The dynamic has shifted entirely. The engineered target he hunted is now a fragile survivor, while the human mercenary is now the very thing he spent his life chasing, a biological anomaly. In a world built on the clinical exploitation of the weak, you cannot win by following the rules. To stop the machine, the hunter had to become the very monster the system was designed to harvest.